Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of season 8 in the RTG. This is a very important episode, actually. The episode yesterday was entitled Quadruple Under Threat, and it is under threat. We played a game on the 28th of February, meaning that the game the very next day, on the 1st of March, is the Carabao Cup final. Wonderful. And then 2 days after that, we have a Champions League round of 16 second leg where we're only a 0-0 up against Monaco. So we have the chance to win our first piece of silverware this season, or potentially lose to Leicester, lose to Monaco, and then lose to Manchester United later in the season and be out of the running for 3 competitions within the space of 2 weeks. It's a big episode. Leicester, followed by Monaco. I'll then sim Liverpool at home, play Man United in the FA Cup quarter-final, sim City, sim Chelsea, well, sim City, and then we'll wait and see what the scenario is towards the end of the month. No idea which way this is going to go. So do wish me luck. And to be fair, if we get through against Monaco, we may end up with quarter-final ties in the Champions League later this month. If we do, then I'll end up splitting the month in 2, like we did in the Achieve and Leave series. So we'll start with Leicester in the Carabao Cup final. I have my full-strength side available for that, other than Diogo Dalot at right back. And then the rotation side will play in the game against Monaco in 2 days' time. This is going to be difficult, to say the least, but hopefully we can come away with a piece of silverware in today's episode. We can also progress in the Champions League and in the FA Cup as well. That's the dream scenario. But I've no idea whether that dream scenario is actually going to come true or not. Let's see what we can do to their starting lineup. A little bit of fatigue in the middle, but I don't think there's any reason why any of those players should drop out. No, certainly not with the quality of player there they have to replace. Pedrazza there on the left. No one really stands out. But Guilherme on the right. No one really stands out. Vishalko. I could put Zinchenko there. And he's left-footed. And you guys have asked me to not put left-footers at right back and right-footers at left back, etc., regardless of rating. So I shall not do that, basically. We have Jaden Bogle drafted in at right back for this next game. I don't really have much on to... Actually, I could put Getrauda there. I'm going to. Getrauda will play at right back for this one. Right. Oh, dearie me. This is going to be such a difficult game. Such a difficult episode. But hopefully, by the end of it, we shall come out with the results that we want. And hopefully, the chance to continue for a quadruple. Let's get started. Out to Guilherme. Nice tackle by Theo Hernandez. Goes up for a Leicester throw. Guilherme goes backwards. Nyanyon into Vishalko. Jefferson Lerma to Bruma. Right to Guilherme. Good footwork and a decent cross, but we should win this with Getrauda and have done well. Not really sure why Ziegler went for the fancy clearance there. May have cost me opportunity of a good counter-attack there, and may cost me a goal, and it has done. Thumping finish from the Leicester City man. After 8 minutes, we're 1-0 down. It didn't look like it was that well placed, to be fair. The defence kind of parted ways and opened up for him. Prella threw himself at it but got nowhere near it. And then, did it just bend away from the keeper perhaps? No, it's just very well and firmly struck. Shot power enough to beat the goalkeeper. Leicester lead in the Carabao Cup final. Torreira across the Mason Mount. Back there to Perella. Theo Hernandez. Catrones comes short. Leicester marshalling me well so far. Really got too much space to get in behind. Try and squeeze that past Tonali. We've done that well, but Catrone gets tackled. We'll get that around the corner to Ziegler, and Lunin with perfect positioning there, the goalkeeper, to deny us an equaliser. Going to have to be better than that in front of goal if we're going to get ourselves back in this game. The quadruple was under threat yesterday, and at the very first attempt to try and maintain it, we might be faltering here. Can Leao go again? Yes, he can. I'll knock it long. And we'll use that acceleration and sprint speed. Oh, I may have overrun that. I have. Such a heavy touch from Rafael Leao. I felt like I needed to take it an extra pace to ensure the defender didn't get back and block me as I stopped sprinting to take the shot and settle myself. But Lunin rushed out to me, got there first, and made a great save. And now he's out of his goal entirely, and he's dilly-dallying on the ball, but they will get it away here, Leicester. If we can create another opportunity similar, then I'm certain I'll put it away next time. I won't make that mistake again twice. Torreira forward to Leao. Back to Torreira. Forward to Cutrone. There's Leao. Out to Ziegler. I see Lookman at the back post. Ademola Lookman. Oh, where's that defender come from? Somehow managed to just fall backwards into the ball. Win that header. Well up. Oh, straight at the keeper from Eder Militao. Oof, nearly picked off by Mason Mount. He will get to the loose ball there, though. Thankfully. Ziegler will look for Leao through the gap. Cutrone is there. What sort of pass is that, mate? That was awful from Rafael Leao. Certainly need to be better than that. Win that Perella. Dominant in the air. Ademola Lookman. I think I turned into a horse there, didn't I? Leao across to Torreira. Bit of space for the shot. Let fly. It's blocked. Finessed it with Rafael Leao. That certainly never works. Never. Literally works. Bruma. Lovely ball through the gap towards Guilherme. And an early delivery. Militao away. Came back at me, but we've been able to work it away nicely. Now, can I get an equaliser before half-time? That's the aim. Cutrone will look for the run of Theo Hernandez. Hopefully accelerate away, which he did well, but the defender stayed with me. Mason Mount. Torreira is there. Nice ball. Get that to Ziegler first. Then look for Leao. Spin. Torreira. Space here for Ademola Lookman. Hit that first time and wish that we hadn't. 1-0 down at the break. Ziegler to Getrauda. In there to Rafael Leao. Good footwork. Around the corner to Torreira. Looking for Cutrone. Out of his feet. No, but not past the defender. And Lerma somehow stretches to get to that. Jeffrey Bruma picked off nicely by Perella. The rock at the back. Solid as ever. Leao into Cutrone. Out of his feet. And again, can't get the shot away. Leicester are defending incredibly well in this game. Cutrone will knock that down there to Mason Mount. Get it out there to Torreira. I'll look to Leao. We'll spin. We'll fire. We won't score. Good save by Lunin. I don't even know whether I can make changes, to be fair, with the close proximity of the game against Monaco in a couple of days' time. I need everyone that's not playing in this game to be fit for that game. I'm a bit short tactically. And at the minute, I'm a bit short on the score sheet too. Cutrone's done brilliantly there. And Leao's played in. Rafael Leao, turn inside the defender and finish. Lookman! Oh, what a save off the underside of the bar. Unreal stuff from Lunin, former Real Madrid man, proving that he's of top quality there. Pedrazza, tackled by Getrauda. Legally so, despite the fact that he ended up rather awkwardly on the floor. Torreira around the corner there to Cutrone. We'll go to Torreira again. Oh, but his touch lets him down. I've half an hour to go. Getrauda with the throw. Suarez Garcia's come on. Torreira finds Moreles, who's literally just come onto the pitch here. Javier Moreles. Lunin is in the form of his life today. That, I think, was destined for the top corner for Moreles. Certainly destined for the top corner. What a save. He's kept them in it. 7 saves he's made in the game so far. Nice by Torreira. Oh, what a save again. Suarez Garcia hit that perfectly. Met it beautifully. Wonderful, clean strike. But a full double-handed save from Lunin again. And still, we're 1-0 down. Now intercepts nicely. Waiting for Suarez Garcia to make that run. There's Torreira. Space for Moreles. A lot of space for Moreles. Runners around me. I see Cutrone. Drops the shoulder. Patrick Cutrone slices the shot and pulls it wide. I can't deny I haven't had the opportunities in this game. Corner for Leicester. 15 minutes to go. So delivered by Guilherme out wide. Flicked on by Pedrazza. Torreira. Oh, not properly away, but it won't cost me. Paul Lopez. Thank you. Unbelievable. nearly threw everything away there and gifted Leicester a second goal. Thankfully, Gertruida gets in the way there at the near post, and we've still got the tiniest of strings to cling to. Oh, of getting ourselves a Carabao Cup trophy. It's becoming ever more unlikely as the minutes tick away. Cook to Tonali. Nice interception by Torreira. Gertruida can't get his pass away, and Petraza is looking to get in behind here. Gertruida's dominant. Keep the ball in play. It's our throw. Oh dear, 7 minutes to go. It's going to be last gasp stuff here. Someone might make themselves a hero in a Cambridge United shirt by the end of this game. Suarez Garcia, as far as we're concerned, already is a hero in a Cambridge United shirt. Attempted tackle from Benjamin Mendy isn't the best. Layout, takes a touch and then leaves the defender to walk off with it. I might be about to lose the Capital One Cup final, the Carabao Cup final. All to that 8th minute goal, and all of my dominance since. Lunin has stood firm. Gertruida away. Torreira to Morelos. Lookman has the space to get into, and he's on his bike. Now or never. Ademola Lookman turns back. Loose touch. It won't drop to Morelos. I'm going to lose. The Carabao Cup final is going to be Leicester City's. I had the chances, and their keeper made 2 specifically incredible saves to stop me from getting an equaliser. The quadruple is gone. The treble is still on. But will it be after the very next game? I've absolutely no idea. Congratulations to Leicester City. Well done for the victory. 15 shots, 10 on target. Could not score. Just wouldn't go in for me. Lunin, only 6 saves apparently, or 8 I guess. 2 caught, 6 parried. Is that it? And a 7.4 rating? Should get man of the match as far as I'm concerned. 8 saves from Lunin. Well, to Monaco we go. Right then, Monaco away. Oh, dearie me. We've only a slim 1-0 margin of lead at the minute. I'm going to have to play with that side, the rotator side. It still hasn't recovered physically from the previous games. Ademola Lookman isn't really in the best of states. Morelos can come onto the bench here. Diogo Dalot's on his way back from injury, which is good news. Lopez, I'm going to throw in goal for this. There isn't really much else I can call upon. Rizzo's not looking too good at the minute. Bradley Halliday, Suarez Garcia can come onto the bench for Dalot. And Leao will come off for Militao, just to make sure I've got a solid centre-back option if I need it. I am not confident at all. See, that's the starting line that played against us last time, isn't it? Pretty sure. And it was really difficult to play against. Well, are we going to go out of 2 competitions in the space of 3 days? Given away. Baker trying to keep hold of it. Gerzic could step in here and has done well. Dennis Adebola inside to Lewis Baker. Through the gap looking for the run, but can't find Toby Edwards. Okay, great. Out to Itter. We are 1-0 up, but only narrowly so. However, a goal here for us to give us an away goal advantage would mean that Monaco would need 3. We get 1 tonight. Monaco will need 3 to go through. Otherwise, it will be away goals rule that goes in our favour. Toby Edwards with the delivery here underneath that. Oh, away by Itter. I think it was Dennis Adebola that was underneath it. Entirely too sure, actually. May even have been Mukiele. Get that in there to Lewis Baker. Then look for Toby Edwards. There's Gerzic trying to turn. Couldn't take the ball with him. Win that header, please. Well up Jaden Bogle. Toby Edwards brings that down well, but Itter steps in. Well, we look okay in the opening 12 minutes, but Monaco haven't yet had a foray forward. And here they come now. Leoy turns well. Tries back there to the teammate Siankov. Sigankov sets up Leoy. It's 1-1 on aggregate. Is what we feared might happen yesterday the scenario that's going to come true? Mancini is here. Dennis Adebola. Oh, stumbles at the crucial moment. Win that please, Tom. It's done well. Adebola. In there to Baker. Out to Edwards. Hill. Oh, God, your touch is shit, Oscar Hill. Oh, help me, please. Oscar Hill. I need you to be better in that situation, mate. Toby Edwards. Oh, lovely turn to find Tom Davies. And Lewis Baker's making a run. And he'll look for Gerzic here. And we'll look for Toby, or Lewis Baker even again, to pull it back. Tom Davies blocked by the defender right in front of me. Get that through there. It's Toby Edwards. Toby Edwards with a shot. Yeah, I think the least, or the less we say about that, the better. Oh, Christ alive. Do not let me go out the Champions League 2 days after losing the Carabao Cup final. Please. Corner with Adebola to Gerzic. Oh, that's beautiful. And we'll look out here to Dennis Adebola. Baker could be there in the middle again. Look for Lewis Baker! 1-1 on the night. 2-1 Cambridge in aggregate, and the away goal we were praying for. Monaco now need another 2, and they've only just got over, marginally over one half of football to be able to do it. Oh, Lewis Baker, you might have saved my life there. There's Lewis Baker. He's barely had any games in a Cambridge United shirt, but he may well have scored one of the most important goals of our entire life at the club in 8 seasons. Lewis Baker might have just scored the biggest goal so far, other than perhaps goals to win the FA Cup final last season. A goal here to see us through in the Champions League would be absolutely massive. A little bit over-eager with Oscar Hill there. Just be careful. Dennis Adebola's really struggling for fitness. I am going to have to make substitutions again in this game and hope that we can cope. Stamina-wise, oh, the defender committed himself there and has caused his teammates all sorts of problems. Adebola has players around him in support. Oscar Hill will look here for Toby Edwards, but Itter steps in. He's been brilliant for them at right back over the course of both legs. Itter. And, oh, things getting a little bit lucky for Monaco now. Touch is starting to go their way. As my players tire, I'm certainly going to have to call upon reserves to make sure we don't end up losing this game as well. God, what do I do though? Suarez Garcia on for Adebola. Baker, the hero so far, is going to go off for Moreles. And I don't think I'm going to make any other changes yet. Ronnie Lopez, nice tackle by Jayden Bogle. I'll give that in there to Gerzic, who's done well. Back to Oscar Hill. Gerzic to Javier Moreles. Off the bench here, the Portuguese. Back from injury. Back on the score sheet. That's us through. There is no way at all Monaco are scoring another 3 goals between now and the end of this game. We're into the next round, lads. Crisis averted. Good punt forward by the keeper, but Tom Davies is underneath that. Moreles with a diving header. Oscar Hill forward looking for Moreles, but given away. Leoy out there to Ronnie Lopez. Oh, it's really well worked. Really well worked. Itter blocked by Hill, won by Bailey, and we've 15 minutes to hold out here. We could have done this against Leicester if Lunin wasn't in such destructive form. But, unfortunately for us, their 88 rated goalkeeper, Leicester City, single-handedly, I'd say, won them the Carabao Cup. I was more dominant in the game against Leicester than I have been in this one against Monaco. It's unreal footwork. Diop down the right-hand side. But it's going to be the 2 goals in this one from the reserve side that hopefully will see us through. Although if they score from this, we might still be a little nervy in the final 10 minutes. Bailey underneath. It's Oscar Hill even and away. Down to Barrios here. He's got support. Nice little dummy by David Alaba. Driving down the line. Jayden Bogle gets in the way and Paul Lopez will cling on. No Star Trek jokes, please. Or to Moreles. Or said to Oscar Hill. Tries forward well. Across to Jayden Bogle. Doesn't really matter where this goes now. I think we're going to win the game. Out there to Davies. And space for Suarez Garcia. Can he get in on the act? No. Good save by Castiles. Hacked away by David Alaba. 2 minutes to go between us and the Champions League quarter-finals. One step closer to what will now have to be a treble winning season rather than a quadruple season. We shall have the opportunity to go for the Carabao Cup again next year. I think whatever I don't win this season, I will only play games in the competitions that I haven't won next season, if that makes sense. But we're through to the quarterfinals now of the Champions League here. Oh, thanks to a 2-1 away leg win against Monaco. Dominated that as much as we dominated the one against Leicester, and we're through. When and who will the semi-finals be against? Right then, Liverpool at home next. Going to simulate this one. We've still got a sizable gap at the top of the Premier League. It has lessened slightly with some draws recently rather than victories, but I'm still confident that we can win the Premier League title. Javier Morales back in the starting lineup for the first time since his injury and on the score sheet again in the 23rd minute this time. And as we push into the second half and past the hour mark, that 1-0 lead is still intact. And looks like, he says, tempting fate, it might hold until the very end of the game. Which it does. 3 points against Liverpool, massive victory. Now, when is the next round of the Champions League going to be drawn? That is what I'm concerned about right now. We have Manchester United coming up in the FA Cup quarterfinals. But I want to know when the quarterfinals of the Champions League are going to be drawn. Mancini and Cameron Lee still growing really well. We'll wait and see if it gets drawn before the game is played against Man United. Press conference. Hopefully that second one is tournament prize money. The next round of the Champions League has been drawn. When are those games? Are we going to be splitting the month of March? £9.5 million added to the transfer budget. We're going to have a ridiculous transfer budget next year, I think. It's not until the month of April when it's Manchester United again. It will be Man United we play in the the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and we have them in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup coming up next. Manchester United at home. Let's crack on, shall we? We could try and retain the FA Cup here and hopefully still do the treble even. See the quadruple now out of our reach. I'm still so annoyed about that. It'll be Memphis Depay that starts up top for Monnier, I'm afraid. And other than that, that is, I believe, their best possible starting lineup, other than Alex Telles at left back. David De Gea now down at 91. He's starting to lose his stats at 35 years of age, although still 91 rated and one of the best goalkeepers in the game. So don't need to worry too much about that. Martial, not fit. Chong is 83 rated and their best option out wide there. Well, do we put Memphis Depay out wide? Because he can play as a winger, can't he? I'm pretty sure he used to play as a winger. And we just will throw Monnier up top then. Right, that's a very dangerous front three. Here we go. FA Cup quarterfinal. How is this game going to go? I don't want to still have the opportunity to go out of multiple competitions today. Looking with a great delivery, and Javier Morales was underneath that and very nearly landed at the back post. For Lucas Torreira. Oh, heavy touch by San Maximin. I couldn't quite get there with Theo Hernandez, and now Theo Hernandez is out of position, and Benedict Monnier is the man that's set away. Inside to Aouar, blocked by Perella. Corner, Manchester United. And we beat them by 5 goals to 1 the last time we played Manchester United, which was in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. So we've played Manchester United, or will have by the time we played the Champions League. We'll have played Manchester United in every cup competition that we've been involved in this year, which is pretty ridiculous, to be fair. By the time we've played 2 league games against Man United and 2 Carabao Cup semi-finals and 2 finish from Patrick Cutrone in 2 Champions League games, and this will have played Man United 7 times in 1 season. But at the minute, every time we play them, we have the upper hand. Patrick Cutrone makes it 1-0. What a header by Eder Militao. Lookman inside there to lay out Morales. Back to Diogo Dalot, driving down the line to Ziegler. Through there. Space for Adamo Lookman. Take a touch, finish it. It could still go in. Aouar clears. Cutrone. Just take control of the bloody football, mate, would you? That should be 2-0. Unfortunately, it's not. What a tackle by Barella on Torreira. Memphis inside there to Monnier. To Barella. Monnier played in again. Shot saved by Pau Lopez. Thank you, sir. He'll take the corner himself, actually. Benedict Monnier, and it's a really poor one. Torreira at the near post heads away. It's a rare occurrence. Don't like him being on the near post, but if the corner's going to be that bad, I suppose he's the man to be in the way. Layout, looking to accelerate away. Mile with a stunning tackle. Just over half an hour played here. We've been the better side. We could have been 2-0 up. But at the minute, it's still just that nervy 1-0. Catrone spins well. Lovely ball out for Lookman. And look at the run of Moreles in the middle. We'll find him well. I'll hit it early. Good save by De Gea. That was all I could really hope for in that situation, was a corner. Lookman with the delivery. It's decent. Perella's underneath this. Save again by Dave. See if we can do it again, shall we? We'll look for Perella. And it will be Victor Perella underneath it again, but this time off target. Turns well. Oh, nice little dummy. Saint-Maximin. Oh, wow. What a finish from Alan Saint-Maximin. He was the one that scored against us in the 5-1 win. At the time, I think it was to make it 1-1 as well, or maybe even Man United to go 1-0 up. Regardless, he's equalised for them here. There's a thumping finish at the near post that the keeper couldn't keep out. 2 minutes until we were going to get ourselves to half-time with our lead intact. And we've been denied that opportunity. But can we still... Oh, if that pass had been better. Go in at the break in front. The answer is no. Cross there to Barella. Try and step in. Give me that ball, please. Oh, I missed out on it. Here's Barella around the corner nicely to Memphis Depay. Into the middle and away by Teo Hernandez. Catrone chests that down there nicely to Lookman. And we'll lay that to Torreira. Now, can we get our lead back early doors here? That is the dream. Wait and see if we can make it a reality. Moreles out wide to Lookman. In there to Catrone. Ziegler's making the run. Beautiful ball across. And with 99 finishing, I expect nothing less of Herbert Ziegler. Cambridge United 2, Manchester United 1. We're a step closer to the semi-finals of the FA Cup for the second year in a row. In there to Ziegler. The overlapping run is Diogo Dalot. We'll try and get this to Catrone. Didn't do that, but Rafael Leao somehow comes away with possession there. And Lookman this time. There we go. 3-1. He finishes on this occasion. Not able to get his goal in the first half, but we do in the second. Just a man over. See him run in there to send the defender close and then back away. It's superb movement, that, from Ademola Lookman. Made the dart forward, step backwards, and then a first-time finesse. The outside of his foot, but gets in swinging spin on the ball. Not quite sure how he's pulled that one off, but regardless, Cambridge 3, Man United 1. We're going through to the FA Cup semi-finals. Wembley on the agenda again. Morella, nice ball over the top. Can we get to that with Diogo Dalot? Memphis will beat me there. Big cross, and it will drop. Oh, Perella, what a header. The net muscles on the man. Unbelievable. Mason Mount will get in the way of that. And we'll look for Catrone, who can get to that first and turn. Mason Mount. Ziegler's making moves. Oh, Torreira's the obvious pass here then. We'll go back to Mason Mount, actually. Catrone, can you get in behind, maybe? No. Mason Mount will look there to Ziegler. Oh, goodbye. And at the back post, Catrone is there. Deflection on it from Alex Telles is probably enough to stop us from scoring a fourth. We are battering Manchester United again, though. Lookman will take that throw. And there's Mason Mount. Chests it down well. Lookman crosses it terribly. Can Teo Hernandez do better? No. Well, let's have a corner instead, then. Oh, bloody hell. Lookman to deliver it. Good ball. Underneath this, Chong. Is the player going to go here? Back to Alwar. In there to Barella. Runners all around him. I really don't want to let Benedict Monnier score. Memphis into the middle. Hazard with the header. Comfortable for Paul Lopez. We'll look for Rafael Leao. Should win that header. Romagnoli destroys him in the air. And still, Man United come forward. Not enough time for 2 more goals, but they could get themselves 1. Oh, I tried to ask him to clear that, Teo Hernandez, but he just chested it down. Torreira. There's the final whistle. Semi-finals of the FA Cup. We won it last year, and we're 2 games away from retaining our FA Cup title. Thrilled with that. Oh, okay, we didn't get the Carabao Cup this year, but we could still do the treble. We're looking very good for it at this moment in time. Not that we weren't looking good for the quadruple with Leicester in the final, although the fixture scheduling is what has absolutely destroyed me in the cups this year. We've Manchester City in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Probably going to have to split April. If we get through against Manchester United in the Champions League, we're going to have the semi-finals here and here, aren't we? And then the final at the end of May, with the FA Cup final hopefully to come too. We are going to end up splitting at least 1 month. Perella getting closer to being 86. Toby Edwards getting closer to being 84. Squad still growing superbly well. We are 14 points clear at the top of the Premier League table with 10 games to go. Manchester City next on the list. Then I think Chelsea actually. It's first versus third, followed by first versus second. Indeed it is. City was away, wasn't it? And Chelsea was at home. What can we do then in the final 2 games of the episode? We'll be simulating them, of course, away from home against Manchester City. Not expecting much from this one. They've just beaten Chelsea, interestingly enough, to close the gap on them to, was it 4 points, I think, 57 and 53? Gabriel Jesus misses a penalty for them in the opening 6 minutes. It's the Chelsea-Spurs derby right now, and Spurs have gone 2-1 up. Chelsea equalised through Timo Werner in the 89th minute. Now Jesus is on the score sheet for Manchester City. Timothy Fosu-Mensah playing in sky blue, not the red of Manchester United, having moved across the city. Can we get ourselves an equaliser? No. Okay, that's fine, because they were further away from us than Chelsea were and couldn't get closer even if they beat us. So the gap is still sizable, as I believe Chelsea finished with a draw there against Spurs. So the gap is 13 points now, yes, instead of 14. And with the game against Chelsea being next, if we can win that, if we can win against Chelsea here, then not that it's highly unlikely anyway, but I would say that we would certainly win the Premier League if we win this next simulated game against Chelsea. I'd be that confident with 2 episodes to go and 8 games between us and the end of the season. Win this next one, and I think that's the title in the bag. Let's see what we can do against Chelsea. What lineup are they putting out? It's a 4-3-3. Kepa, Enrics, Bartra, Gelin, Wan-Bissaka, Marino, Bentancur, Valverde, Musonda, Werner, Hazard. Strong. Stefan de Vrij on the bench, as well as Christian Eriksen. Moreles, 1-0, 43rd minute. Big goal. Potential to be a title-claiming goal. Maxi Romero off the bench to equalise for Chelsea, but the gap remains 13 points. Although City, well, you know, even if City win their game in hand, it will still be 13 points. So 13 points between us and the Premier League title with only 18 points. No, there's 8 games to go with 24 points left available. What's the next? It's Bailey was the last one. Okay. So I think we're still going to win the Premier League. We're in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, although we do have City, which will not be easy. We've proven so far this season that we have the beating of Manchester United on multiple occasions, and they're 12th in the league this year. They're absolutely terrible. Crystal Palace have won 1 of 30 games. Oh dear. Right, that's going to be all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. I'll save it here for now, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ra.